Hey there, legendary souls. This new moon in Sagittarius is at 9 degrees 32 minutes on Sunday, December 1st at 12:21 a.m. Central Standard Time. Sagittarius season heralds a time of big celebrations, gatherings with loved ones, with a multitude of holidays, deep rest, and much needed solitude, as some in the workforce and many folks who are going to school get a winter or a holiday break. And so many other things in between. Sagittarius energy is freedom seeking, oftentimes seen as the philosopher or teacher amongst the zodiac. And it's a mutable fire sign, so there is a lot of desire at this time to engage with others, to get away from your normal routine, to play more, to laugh more, to eat more, and to live as though you're on holiday all the time. Sagittarian energy is represented by the centaur, which is half human, half horse, and this particular zodiac sign also has a bow and arrow. It's considered the archer as well. This is a mythical creature that has access to a weapon. It's hard to pin down what Sagittarius energy really could mean for you this season, especially because the new moon in Sagittarius is also happening at a time when Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius as well. So there's this push-pull of wanting to be out and about, of wanting to explore your fantasies and anything that is connected to mythology and fantasy, while also wanting to do your own thing. Maybe you want to be withdrawn and inside and really get deep within a good book or a show or cuddle up with a pet or a lover. Whatever that desire is that you have, it's heightened at this time. Let yourself be drawn by your whims. Similar to this Mercury retrograde energy, going back to this bow and arrow that the centaur holds, this is much of what the energy is feeling like at this time, that we are being drawn all the way back. Mercury retrograde can oftentimes be a season where people get very irritated by things not going in the direction that they intend, or happening at the pace that they desire, or happening at the pace that it typically does. Things are often delayed, communication is misconstrued, arguments can happen, and assumptions are oftentimes made. Sometimes thoughts of or dreams of exes or people who you've had falling out with in the past, for any number of reasons, may really be on your heart or in your subconscious or on someone else's. And Mercury retrograde does tend to be a time that people return to one another to try to reconcile, to engage with one another, to say that they miss one another, or to see if there has been any change, and sometimes to find out that there isn't. The only thing that's changed is it's a different day, but sometimes it's the same shit. So this energy that we're in has literally everything in it, and it can feel wonderful and vibrant, and like there is so much movement and variety and change. It could feel like you're learning constantly and you're feeling more confident in yourself than you have in a while. Or it could feel chaotic and ungrounded. You might feel depressed or sad or experience deep loneliness, regret, or longing in a different type of way during this time. If you're having trouble sticking to routines, especially any routines that maybe you've wanted to start for a while, movement routines or routines that will help you introspect or settle your mind or your body, know that beginning during this time or trying to continue during this time, it's not impossible, but what I encourage is that you allow yourself the freedom to change up things about it, that you release rigidity around when you do the routine, what time of day, or for how long you do. With Mercury retrograde and Mercury being so connected to our concept of time in terms of things being delayed or people returning after a long time, our relationship to time during Mercury retrograde shifts as well. It doesn't feel like a day is just a day. It doesn't feel like a week is just a week. It feels like things move faster or slower. It feels like each of us are tuned into our own biorhythms, our own inner clocks, and we can perceive how disconnected or out of tune or out of alignment we are with others, or how in tune and how connected we can be to others. And because of the energy of this season, these sensations, these feelings of alignment or misattunement can happen, all of it can happen in the same day or in the same week. So be easy on yourself wherever possible and have fun with it. A 5-minute meditation still counts as meditating. The same as a 10-minute walk still counts as movement. You may have a goal to walk for 30 minutes a day. You may have a desire to meditate for 20 minutes a day. And it may be something that you're either still working up to or something that you've been able to do during other seasons of the year. And this might be a season where you experience reaching your goal, your desire, once, and then the next day not having any energy to do that same practice for that same amount of time, or not having the focus, or getting very distracted, or just not having the desire and not wanting to do it. This is the time to not be hard on yourself, if at all possible, when it comes to achieving any particular goals. This is the time to be as flexible with yourself as possible, while you still make space to move towards your desires. Know too that because of the change in the air, you may have this desire, this strong desire to reflect on your year. You may also have a very strong desire to set intentions or roll over resolutions or start to imagine what it is you want for in the new calendar year. When the mood hits you for either of these, follow your heart. Take a moment for yourself to write down any visions coming to you for the life that you're creating or that you want. Or take a moment to list out the things that you're grateful that are now in your life that weren't 5 years ago or a year ago, or the things that are no longer in your life that you needed so much time to release or to be ready to release. You've likely changed quite a bit this year, and your life may look really different than it did just back in January. Heck, maybe just even 6 months ago. Though we astrologers might typically encourage folks to celebrate and to reflect around the full moon, let's buck that tradition and that trend. I encourage you to celebrate yourself now. And if you're unsure how, you just don't know where to start, maybe at the time of this new moon, you set an intention to discover how you might want to celebrate yourself more this month. So until the next time that we share time and space, I'm wishing you laughter and rest, connection, and so much gratitude this season. Bye.